Yeah.
I have a lot of musician friends, and I also have a lot of non-musician friends who, for me, are really a source of great interest because I get to see the kind of issues and things that they're worried about. And these things I find are extraordinarily helpful in terms of how I think about my own life and how I think about music making. For instance, I have friends who are medieval studies scholars, who are historians, and the work that they do, I find, is always applicable to, for instance, if I'm playing early music or if I'm playing a 19th century concerto and I want to know about historiographical concerns about how one sees 19th century history, because these are related issues. I mean, there is a great range of issues that you could relate to music because it is such an integral part of human experience. It's connected into the rest of human experience. So my non-musical friends provide me with that kind of background and dialogue and dialectic, and I can bounce my ideas off them, and they can bounce theirs off me, and we understand each other's worlds. The other couple of things that I'm very much obsessed with are the Shostakovich Violin Concerto, on which I'm working on right now for recording. We're going to, it's going to be my 4th CD along with the Khachaturian Violin Concerto. We're going to record it in Yerevan, Armenia, the Armenian Philharmonic, conducted by Edward Topjian, their music director. That will be recorded next spring in May. So I'm thoroughly obsessed with the Shostakovich Concerto. I think it's one of the most extraordinary things ever written. I've been to Japan quite a few times, and usually I go there for a lengthy tour, sometimes in the winter, sometimes in the summer, and I play recitals and orchestral dates, and yes, one year I did play in a spa town, and that was very interesting. It was this tiny little resort town, and very relaxing, but not a normal stop on the tour route. Usually it's Tokyo or Osaka or something like that. The one concert that I think was the most memorable that I've played in Japan was last year with the Tokyo Philharmonic. I played the Shostakovich Concerto, which of course, as I've mentioned, means a lot to me. And it was the first time I'd ever performed that piece. And I have to say it was one of the most extraordinary concert experiences of my life. Everything simply felt so right. I was so completely at ease with the entire experience. I'm very grateful for having had that experience because it was so uniquely wonderful. Everything fell into place. Everything was just smooth, and I can't say how much I enjoyed that. Human experience basically does have a dimension of spirituality to it, I suppose. I mean, depending on how you define the term, I think aesthetic experiences can be spiritual. They can be extraordinarily religious in some sense, especially when you're caught up in the moment and you're believing in what is happening. So loosely defined, I guess I could say that spirituality is important as far as, experiencing things that are out of the ordinary go. It is good to maintain a healthy philosophy of love in your practical affairs, to be interested to the point of loving things like a piece of music or a piece of literature or an idea or something. I guess this is part and parcel with believing in or being interested in, but to have experiences of such an extreme sort that you could classify them as love, I think is very important, simply so that you're an interested human being, not an interesting one, but an interested. That's so important to leading a healthy life. You can't be apathetic and, expect to be happy. You have to have interests. You have to love things.